Ahoy pirates! Welcome back to my channel. Today's event is one of the most historic and iconic in Seafight, the Great Calypso Event. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're very close to 200 subscribers, and it would be a great milestone ahead of Seafight's anniversary. For this occasion, I chose the classic Odysseus design. I picked it because this year the event has been updated, and Odysseus and Telemachus are no longer part of it. The event includes the usual minor rewards, and the completion is quite substantial and demanding. However, we have 12 full days to finish it. The season objectives look fairly easy and reward a good amount of useful coins. The most demanding objective is probably the one linked to the daily quests. The market is rich, as expected in major events. Ammunition is relatively cheap, and for the first time we also have very affordable torpedoes, finally without orichalcum. There is a wide assortment of items, and the Buccaneer's booty is also available, containing more or less the usual rewards. Remember, Buccaneer's booty unlocks only by purchasing event packages. Among the designs, I already own one submarine design, which I believe is from a past event. The new ones can be obtained by actively playing the event. Now I'll leave you to Nerio and Jasmine to explain how everything works.
Hello everyone. The Great Calypso event has been modified after a long time, and has always been one of the best events of the year. We only need Heartbreaker ammunition, available in the market. On the surface, there are many NPCs, from the classic Penelope to the brand new Charybdis Maw. The Calypso mechanics work roughly like this: by shooting Tentacled Fiend, there is a chance that Progeny of Calypso will appear with its tentacles. Defeating Progeny of Calypso may then spawn Calypso herself, again with tentacles. We'll return to this shortly because I was lucky enough to spawn both. The quests are very demanding because they require collecting items that rarely drop from Sirens, but drop more frequently from Tentacles or Charybdis Maw chests. I can't show many quests because they would require several hours. But in the next clip we'll see how Calypso spawns and how to fight the Siren. Unfortunately, I get sunk several times in the clip because I didn't expect Calypso to deal so much damage. We'll talk about ship setups at the end with the Admiral.
Hello everyone! Atlantis is also included in this event, although to a lesser extent. We need Heartbreaker torpedoes, and fortunately we already have a good supply. For the first time, torpedoes are available in the market for very few pulls. There should be 3 quests in Atlantis, but the first one already requires completing tasks on the surface, which takes time. The NPCs are very easy and quite rewarding considering their low HP. While most players are busy on the surface fighting major admirals, you can farm peacefully down here.
Now let's look at Charybdis Maw. It is a monstrous creature that pulls everything within its range towards its jaws. Its spawn rate is quite frequent, but it disappears once it has consumed all nearby chests, meaning it stays on the map for about 1 minute. It's not easy to find because it does not appear on the minimap. The surrounding tentacles are useful for collecting quest items. The chests can be collected like glitters, and no key is required. Now let's talk about ship setups, because this time Calypso hits extremely hard. The classic chain and bastion cannon setup is not enough to withstand her powerful attacks. It's important to maintain around 125% damage prevention. Using bastions and housing decks will increase your fire rate. Dealing high damage to Calypso is useful to obtain Royal Captain's chests, and there should also be a submarine design available. For the Sirens, the choice is more complex. The classic bastion setup works well, as Sirens do not deal massive damage. However, if you have level 5 or 6 Thunderbolt cannons, using Eagle Eye allows you to reach such a long range that you are rarely hit by the Siren song. In my opinion, bastion setup is better for players without high-level Thunderbolts. Long-range setup is better for players with level 5 to 6 Thunderbolts. This event will probably have a second phase, but there shouldn't be major additions. It's quite simple, just shoot the ships you encounter. I'll leave you with the win code to redeem, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you soon!